Well, it's quite an honor. I was not really even aware of it until I got the letter over a year ago. And I didn't. I was at first. I thought, what is this? And I called the President Balls, and I said, do you know anything about this? You know, it says it's the state's highest achievement award, and he says, well, yeah, I nominated you for it. He said, you got it? I said, yes, actually, I did. And I led eight expeditions to Antarctica and discovered the first dinosaurs there, and you know, so I've traveled all over the world talking about it, and so it's brought quite a bit of new information into the field over the last 37 years. I went down in '77 as a graduate student, and then in the '80s I took over because my original advisor, became very ill and unfortunately passed away, and so at a very young age, I took this project over. And I was down there in the '80s several times working on these other animals, and then in the '90s we found the dinosaurs, and we've been working on those. And before we were finding dinosaurs, we were finding all kinds of fossil animals that lived before the dinosaurs, older things that are distant relatives of the mammals. They're not mammals yet, they're some stage between being a reptile and a mammal. We finished that quarry near the end of 2010 season, but then with about a week to go, we started looking around and we found two more brand new dinosaurs that were less than quarter mile from the original site, but we didn't see because we've been so busy working the original site. You never know what you're going to find. That's one thing that's interesting about this kind of science, especially doing this kind of science in a place like Antarctica, because we don't know what's there. Because the places we go and we look, nobody's ever been to. We're the first people to ever be there, so you can't predict what you might find. People always ask me if I wanted to be a paleontologist when I was a kid, because nowadays kids are crazy about dinosaurs, and they all want to be paleontologists, and they'll come and see me, and they get my little kid's book, and the answer is absolutely not. I grew up in Detroit in the '50s, and you know, I was thinking, you know, when you're a kid in Detroit in the '50s, you're thinking about maybe being an Oldsmobile salesman. My undergraduate is BS in biology and MS in zoology, and then I had the PhDs in paleontology. Just kind of a cross between biology and geology. I'm as much a biologist as I am a geologist. I just happen to work in the geology department. My students laugh because I tell them, you know, I don't have a degree in geology. Don't tell anybody.